next VOD.
Yeah, you too, sir. Have fun.
See ya. All right, we've got our next VOD is going to be a bronze VOD, bronze 1. I'm going to give him a call right now. Let's get right into it. Noobiememes, how are you?
Doing well. All right, I'm setting everything up. I got my turning on my face cam. I am sideways.
You're
Is that
sideways.
Okay? Or do you want
That's
me to
that's totally fine. Totally fine. Can you see this okay?
Yeah. Here, you know, I'm gonna turn mine. I'm gonna flip that over. I do have to fix my cam, but it's fine. I will. I'll just. All right.
You all good to go?
I'm getting my stream up so that way I can see everything.
Okay, cool.
And everyone else can see everything. Okay.
Okay, great. Awesome. So, we're going to be watching a VOD of you playing YORU on Haven. I'm really looking forward to that. Before we get into it, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, tell chat a little bit about yourself, and what are your goals in Valorant?
What are my goals in Valorant?
Mm-hmm.
That is I just want to be better. I want to be able to support my team better in many different ways, and I feel like right now it's
trying Streamlabs instead of OBS because
I just want to rank up into a position where I can play as a team. Is kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so you want to get into a certain rank so that you can start scrimming, is that right? Scrimming being like a team play environment?
Yes,
Cool.
yes, very much.
And what's it about team play that excites you?
I am a team player. That's why I don't like Fortnite or like a lot of BR games right now, is because it's a lot about being cracked on your own. And I'm just like, I like playing as a team. I've always played teams. I've played basketball, I've played soccer, and this is like an esports area in which I could be more of a team player, and I like that type of gameplay.
Okay, awesome. That's great. What do you think are the things that you struggle with the most? And this is a bronze rank, is that correct?
This one is a bronze rank game. I just deranked, so that's been fun.
So we're Iron 3 right now?
You're Iron 3 now, but yeah, this is a bronze rank game.
Okay, so this is exciting, okay, because you're going to be my first Iron VOD review. Okay, this one's actually bronze, but we're first Iron VOD review, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the world's like down there and how we can help you along the way. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's just an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for growth.
It's just a thing. It is just.
It's just a word. It's just a word. Iron's iron. It's no big deal. I'd actually like to get an iron buddy, so like to say like I have it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. So I envy you as well. Okay, so sorry, what were the things that you struggled with the most? Can you say that again?
I think crosshair placement, and then yeah, so crosshair placement's a huge thing, and then the other thing is
if they need me to entry, I can also entry.
I don't know. Crosshair placement's a huge thing. Is knowing where to keep my crosshair, and then I do a lot of 20 hindsight thinking. So I always try to not do the same thing over and over and make the same mistakes. Every now and then I do, you know.
Oh, sorry.
But I try not to make the same mistakes over.
There we go. Okay, cool. I just let's pull something out. There we go. Good. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so you make a lot of 2020 hindsight issues. You have crosshair placement problems. Anything else? Anything else you can think of?
I want to help encourage game sense, so I talk a lot, like when I'm calming, and I don't know. I end up muting people because they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're talking too much." I'm like, "Okay, well, you just need to tell me like if I'm doing too much or too little." And I always say that at the beginning. A lot of times I'll say that at the beginning of the game. If my comms are too distracting, let me know. Like that's one of the first things I say because I'm working on having good comms, and I think good comms help the game.
Okay, cool. I'll give you feedback on that right away. So the key to good communication, this is actually something that comes from coaching personal training as well, is whenever you're coaching someone on something, you need to limit how many words you use, right? So we need to make it as quiet, or not quiet, but as few words as possible, because there's so many things for interpretation when you say certain things. that people can get lost and confused and lost in translation with what you're trying to generate in terms of the results that you're looking for. So having as few words as possible when you're communicating is actually a really key point. And we can talk about specific areas where you do this, where I'm like, okay, you could have said that in 3 words, not 20, right? Doesn't happen too often, but there's probably some situations where it does pop up. So we can deal with that directly.
Okay.
The areas that I felt you had the most opportunity for growth, you actually nailed it on the head. Crosshair placement, that's one of the things, right? We're going to be talking about threat assessment. We're going to be talking about where the enemy can be coming from. We want to keep the enemy in front of us. That's a big piece, okay? The AD strafe mechanics. How long have you been playing this game for?
Couple months.
Okay, and you never played Counter-Strike or anything like that before?
No, I do not play FPS games. This is like the first PC FPS game I've ever played. Actually.
Okay, exciting. So back when I was 12, I was learning the things that you're going to learn today. So we're going to... I've been doing this for a while. I've been for 18 years now. I'm old as fuck. But the idea is that I'm going to have to rewind and go back in history and think about the things that I learned there so we can better help you here. Okay? You do a lot of thinking, and I like that because I can tell that you've been watching my content. The issue is that right now you don't have enough play experience having been here. Okay? So the big problems that we're having right now is that we're overthinking and we haven't had enough experience played yet. And it's not a bad thing. I'd like you to develop these good habits early on so that it becomes better for you. But in the first little bit, you're going to be struggling quite a bit because you got a lot to think about. Okay? What is going on with the quality of this VOD? There we go. That's better. So yeah, there's a lot to think about. And it's not a bad thing, but you're going to be caught out of position several times. You're going to be not thinking about where you should be looking, all that stuff, because you have so much going on in your head. So what my recommendation is for you is that if you pick 3 of my TikTok videos, whatever they are, whatever tip it is, just focus on those 3 things for right now and just work on making those the best you possibly can out of them. If we have 200 things that we're thinking about as being a possibility, that's where things start getting a little bit haywire. Favorite RuneScape YouTuber? Sorry, did we cut you off there? Tenzin, how's it going? I don't know if you can see my chat at all, but yeah. If your chat,
right now.
no worries. If your chat has any questions, let me know, and then I'll be happy to answer them as well. So those are the big things that I want to talk about. The last piece that's going to be really important to you, and I had to go back in my memory banks to think about what I needed to say here, but there are 3 positions you can play on CT side. Okay. The 3 positions are passive, passive-aggressive, and aggressive. These are the basics. There's other ones you can do with abilities and all that good stuff, but the idea is those are your 3. And what I want you to do as a protocol for yourself is determine every round if you're playing passive, aggressive, or passive-aggressive. Okay? What passive looks like is when you are not in any threat whatsoever to take any kind of fight. So I'll give you some examples as we go along. Passive-aggressive would be taking either an on angle, so you can't really see my pen here, but you can look at the VOD afterward, an on angle on the long range, and you can fade in and out. Basically, you're not pushing down. The opposing one, the opposite one, is aggressive. Okay, so you have passive, passive-aggressive, and aggressive. What do you think aggressive looks like?
It's just going to be pushing quickly to hold the angle. No.
Beautiful. So in this case, let's use C as an example. A passive angle would be hiding behind metal or hiding behind sight box. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
A passive aggressive angle would be having our vision down here and we're playing right around this spot and just waiting for someone to fall into our crosshair. An aggressive angle would be me pushing down C and attacking someone who is currently sitting here, for example. Okay?
Okay.
So those are the 3. And when you're on CT, if you can play that or think about those things, it'll make your job a whole lot easier as to where you should be standing.
Got it.
1A.
We always want to have an intention. I love that you're looking at the minimap right now, but there's always a threat that people could be pushing up. It's 10 seconds in here. They could be in garage as well. So we need to make sure that we're looking at the minimap on times when we're not under stress of any kind of threat. Now, we want to always have an intention behind where our crosshair is being placed. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to stay here for rotation, and I'm just going to push up. I feel like I can play smart. Don't push, don't push.
So this is what?
Aggressive.
Aggressive. Take mental note of where your crosshair is, and I want you to tell me right now. I know that there's something going on here in A, but we're just going to use this as a general, okay? We don't know what is beyond this line right now. We don't know.
Right.
Right here. So, that being said, someone could swing out on us right here, and our crosshair is not in the ideal position to be able to stop that. Okay?
Right.
If we knew for certain that no one could be right here, then having our crosshair up on this spot right here and strafing out to fight someone right here is a good crosshair placement. But right now, we don't have that information. We're not 100% sure.
Right.
Okay? So delete all these lines. Let's move ahead.
I feel like I can play smart.
Notice your foot positioning on your crosshair right now. Okay?
And let that TP.
You're going to take someone's knee out for sure. Okay? You ever heard arrow to the knee? Well, you're that guy who shot the arrow. In this case, is a bullet.
And I'm just going to hold.
This is very aggressive. It's very good. I'm okay with it.
Alright. I'm going to put...
How you clear this is not great, not ideal, because what we're doing is we're hugging the wall too close.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you the exact moment where you appear on their screen. Hang on. Let's say they're holding... Oh, I have to go back a bit. Let's say they're holding an angle right here on you. Okay?
Okay.
You walking out here,
Alright.
you've been revealed already. They see you.
Right. Okay.
The way you know this is you can look at your vision cone on your mini map. See this white line, this faded white line here?
Yeah.
That's your line of sight that the server understands you at. Okay? But on your vision, you can't even see that at all. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Are you following along with
Okay.
that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something I didn't know for sure.
Yeah, so you're actually on the server side out here.
Yeah,
You're out a
far
little bit further, than you think. And that's because you're close to the wall. So a quick fix for you is anytime you're taking any kind of fight or going through any kind of pathing decision, you want to typically path further away from the wall that you're going to be peeking. Okay? The further away you are, the less your body will show up.
Okay. That's very counterintuitive for me.
Okay, why is that?
Because I play paintball and you would be closer to the bunker to and then peek out. So it's just
In close quarters combat,
it's very different.
in close quarters combat though, this comes from the military actually.
Yeah.
In close quarters combat, when you're clearing things out, you typically want to clear from far away from the angle you're clearing from. Yeah. So less of your body will show up in general. So it's actually in real life as well. Now, in the situation that you're talking about with paintball, there might have been something specific. Like, for example, you're holding a sniper angle and you're peeking over a bunch of pillows, right? And they don't expect you to be there. But when you're coming around a corner, typically when you're clearing out angles, you can see how ineffective we're clearing. We're kind of just swiping around. We want to be clearing every single angle accordingly.
Yeah,
I'm
swinging
gonna
way wide.
hold here. Just hold A, just hold. I'm listening for rotation.
This is good.
They're still here.
I would have liked you to take that angle. Just sit right here. Because what are the chances that someone's going to check this right now?
Yeah, they're not gonna check it.
They're not going to check it. So you just sit here. You let the first person walk by. You kill the second one. Then you kill the first one. And all of a sudden it's a multi-frag. They got 45 seconds left on the clock. So if they're running in there, you probably disturb their progress quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're rotating, they're trying to rotate.
See how we went fully passive right now when we didn't have to, because they're not going to be looking there. If you were them, how would you be rotating right now? What weapon would you have out?
What weapon would I have out? The knife.
Maybe.
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't have my knife out probably, because I would have been like, they probably had enough time to flank. But most likely they would have knives out in this elo.
Yeah, they probably have knives out in this elo, and when they're rotating, if they know that they're safe, they're probably gonna have knives out all the time. But they don't know they're safe, so I would say at minimum they're gonna have a pistol out.
And rotate. Yep, they're
Right.
rotating. Rotating through.
But based on how fast they're moving and the sound of which they're moving, I think their
Yeah,
knives are out. Their knives are out.
Back up, back up.
So you missed about 2 to 3 opportunities where you could have gotten a frag that would have slowed down their progress significantly.
Hold tight, just hold tight. Throw C. Yeah, 30
This
seconds.
is good.
Just crunch C.
They have no idea you're here, so you just keep walking. And this is
Now we're down.
we're down, but we're in a really good position right now because this is their play area. Right here.
Yeah.
And I know it's their play area because your chamber hasn't seen anyone go back site. So they have full control over that whole area right now. And when they're in that situation, they have you have a suffocation on them. So you peeking out here is going to net you a free kill without me even watching it. I know you're going to get a kill here. 1 or 2. Slow down. Okay, slow down. You need to remember they have no idea you're there. So if they have no idea you're there, you can just take your time. You have the advantage with the element of surprise, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now looking back at that TP, that's not a good. That was a terrible idea.
Ah, I tried. Alright.
I mean,
I think that I was going to rotate. I didn't rotate. That was the idea.
yeah, you might have overdone it with the abilities for sure, but
Yeah.
We're not insane. We have info. I tried.
you're in a situation where it was pretty difficult to win anyway, just based on numbers. So you do what you can there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
are
say the
streaming
same
right now.
thing, have a classic. That way I can full buy next
Awesome.
round. I'm definitely gonna hold here.
Okay. What position is this on CT?
This is passive.
This is passive. Okay. Typically, off the hop, what we want to generally do is get information because we're playing off of the clock. So when you're playing passive and deciding to play passive, they could have all this space right now without anyone knowing about it. And this is information that's very, very key to communicate to people playing on A, because they can move up more if we see 5 here. If 5 are here, it's like, oh, okay, we can take more map control. This chamber won't have to worry about a peek from window. So you have a responsibility as the anchor to collect information here. Okay. When you don't do that, the threat of someone coming in and exploding off you, even walk pushing, doing something called a walk on contact strategy, where they don't do anything until they're spotted, they could be right here on your face, walking up and just exploding on you. And you wouldn't even have any idea, right? So that's the one threat that I have in terms of playing your position the way that you're playing right now. Does that make sense?
Fast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, hold on, eh?
So the way that you do that, so you see how you cleared out, you ran out, you were against the wall again, and then you kind of moved your mouse around to get to this. What you would have to do here in difference to get information is to AD strafe. Have you ever done that before? You still there? Have I lost you?
Yes. Sorry, I muted. Yeah, I've done it not well. But yes.
Okay. We can go over the technique of how to do it, but essentially, there's 2 directions. You have A or you have D. Okay. You never want to be holding A and W. You never want to be holding W and D, and you never want to be holding S and D or A and S. You should only be holding one direction. So what happens is you let go of the A, you let go, and then you press the D on the other side, and that way you're instantly standing still. And the way that you can figure out if you're standing still as a little bit a way of a check mark for yourself when you're testing yourself is you can activate something called shooting error in your stats. This is a setting that you have. Your shooting error will give you 2 colors. It'll either give you a light blue, which means that you were moving when you were shooting, or it'll give you a yellow, which means you were completely standing still when you shot. Okay, and these are things that you can practice in the range. Run out, holding your D, let go, press A, and then shoot. And see if you can get that faster and faster and faster. Take a couple hours every day and just practice that. Now, the way that you'd be peaking this as a little bit more advanced, if you're playing passive aggressive, you can go A, then D, A, then D, A, then D, all the while checking for information here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So stop me if you have any questions.
I'm not gonna rotate fast. Alright, hold on, A. I'm gonna push up C again.
Okay, because you could be dead here, the way that you cleared that.
Just hold
Right,
sight,
right,
just
right,
hold sight. Don't push, don't push. Hold A.
Do we know if they could be here? We don't.
We don't know. We don't.
They could run on you. So our crosshair should be right here.
Right, right, right.
Okay, aim a little bit higher. Ooh, this is a good TP.
Alright, one on C, one on C.
They're on A,
I don't know
by
where
the way,
Spike is.
as well. There's one on site, one at long. This has officially become a death match.
They have A site?
Yeah.
This has officially become a death match. Now it's all just about an aim duel.
One team here.
Okay, because they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. There's
I have
one
no
on
clue
A.
where they are.
There's one on B. Yeah, I don't have any
They
clue
won,
either.
They won default.
I don't know where they are either. They could be anywhere, right? And this is where the key of keeping the enemy in front of you is very important. But at any rate, you're in a 1v5 right now. So what you need to do is, this is something that's a little bit more advanced that I don't really need you to focus on right now, but we lost the pistol round. Okay, so they're on their anti-eco round / bonus round, basically. So they're going to buy specters, they're going to buy really weak weapons, but they're going to be stronger than us. We only have pistols. So what we need to do is try to establish what's called a bare ass minimum. We want to be able to eliminate as many of these characters as we possibly can so that they are forced to buy on the next round. And if they're forced to buy, that makes it a really broken buy on their next round, because we're going to have 3 specters and probably 2 vandals, whereas you are going to be 5 vandals. 5. Okay? So statistically on that, this is a little bit too advanced. I don't want you to focus on this right now, but I want you to at least be aware of what it is. If you have 5 vandals versus 2 vandals, 2, who's going to win that round? That's just basic logic.
The chances are higher if we will win the round.
Exactly. And everything that you do in this game, you want to choose the statistical way of winning the round. If you choose statistics, you are going to rank up.
Who I'm communicating to.
I think this Yoru was real. I think he was real.
I think he was real, but like nothing happened.
He lasted too long. I don't know.
I got freaked out and I was like, wait, what? I was waiting for him to do something, but they're behind me and I forgot. Like, I got so distracted. I just froze. I was like, wait, is he gonna twitch? He just needs to twitch. Guy probably is on the other end, like, shoot him.
I'm not 100% sure because I don't get to see a lot of Yoru VODs, but I think
Was that actually?
I haven't done that
I think
strat
it
in such
was
a
him.
long time.
I think it was him though, because you can see him or hear him dropping things, and that wasn't the guy who killed you. That wasn't Reyna. Someone dropped something there, unless someone else was there.
I couldn't.
But he
I don't
lasted
know.
so long. He lasted
He
so
lasted
long.
so long.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the mentality you have here is, I think regardless if it's fake or not, you shoot it. Here's the reason why.
Right.
In your bare ass minimum, what did I say? We need to eliminate 1. This is a gift. If it's a fake one, it's a gift. Okay, because that's going to hurt their economy in the long term. So even if it's fake and you shoot it, guess what? It's a 1v5, bomb is down, and you are nowhere near the bomb site that is planted. There's zero chance that you are winning here. So the risk versus reward of shooting this and it being a flash is 0. The reward is 100. Okay? So I think you shoot this regardless of it being fake or not.
Alright, so
That's a very specific situation, but it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to the statistics and what we need to do, because if we can get this not being a flawless, they're going to be really messed up financially for a few rounds, and that brings our chances of winning much higher. So in this round, what our goal is financially is to not give up as many guns as we can. We want to actually go for a flawless if we can. If we can be flawless, that's great.
I think they're waiting for us to push them so that they can rotate.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. What did you mean by that?
I think we were pushing them. I think both rounds we've pushed them instead of letting like them come to us. And they've been rotating each time. So every time we push them, they will get a pick and rotate.
Okay. Okay.
That's
so
what's happened each time we've.
Okay, fair enough. So they do something called hit one guy, kill him, and then move off to the next round or next site. Yeah. Cool. Hit and run.
Let's just wait for info.
Could have been a little faster on that break. Regardless, your position was given up because you had to shoot it from that angle.
I'm gonna go A.
So, do you see how this position here is disadvantageous for you because you have no information? And the other thing you need to think about too is what guns do these 5 have right now?
It's round 3, so they all have Vandals or Phantoms, most likely.
No. They're
No.
probably, I mean, this rank is the Wild West. I could be wrong, okay? But they're most likely saving their weapons from the last round because nobody died.
Oh yeah, right. They all have Spectres. Yeah.
They all have Spectres. They should have Spectres. If they have Vandals, that's a mistake on their part because then they're going to really mess them up. It is Iron. It probably will happen. You'll end up running into a Vandal or a Phantom, but I want you playing. Regardless, I want you to I want you to be aggressive here a little bit more because you're going to have the advantage, right? You should have the advantage long range, Spectres versus Phantom.
Yeah, I think I don't play aggressive because I don't trust my crosshair placement, so I need to work on that.
Okay.
Just wait for info.
And there's no amount of coaching that I can give to you to say, okay, newbie, I need you to jump into a server and just work on this, right?
Yeah.
If you need specific drills to work on that, I can help you.
Okay.
But you need to put the work in.
Of course.
One of the ones that I like with peeking out of walls, which is something that's going to be very important to you, you can't throw abilities if you're not sure that you're safe. Okay? We have no control over the site. So you can't be throwing abilities. Don't have your abilities out. Okay? You can draw an imaginary line for yourself and be like, okay, this is where people can come from. And this is not where I want to be pulling any utility out. But anyway, so let me go back to the point I was going to make. On your range, what you can do is have a sage wall set up straight along. And you can peek in and out from that sage wall and shoot the bots, shoot the practice bots, set it up to practice. And that way you can practice AD strafing and hitting a target. And just go extremely slow, right? You do not need to make a TikTok clip out of it. Just go extremely slow, and the rest of it will fall into place over time.
Spikes on me.
Okay. Rotate and see.
Okay. They could be here. Okay, let's see how you deal with it. They could be in your face.
Don't rush, just stay spawn.
They could be right here. They could be here. Okay? They could be in B.
They're probably gonna come
so
from
distracted.
B. You guys go.
Yeah, see, you're in a state right now, and it's good that you're doing this because you've clearly watched my content, but it's overloading you right now. It's overloading you. You're thinking a little too much, right? the big things that you need to focus on right now, and it's one of the comments that someone said to me before with my last bronze VOD, is you need to work on the core mechanics of 80 strafing, just like real simple stuff. Mouse control, like right now, for example, you're thinking, right? But your crosshair's down, and you're not realizing that, hey, I'm exposing myself to this entire area right now as I'm thinking about what I want to do. If you need time to think about what you want to do, tuck yourself in a passive angle and think about it, and then go and execute that plan.
Okay.
It's okay that you're slow at the thinking process right now, but if you look at this right now, right, where do you think you should be? What's a good option for you?
On Spike, like closer to Spike.
Yeah, be closer to Spike. I think that's a good option. You can probably play from CT and just like fade it in and out, or even go to logs or something like that and just play in sight. And just make sure that, you know, the CT angle is covered.
Our spawn. Our spawn.
The other thing too, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a distance in which people can hear you. Do you know about this on the minimap? So there's some times where you're walking when you don't really need to walk at all. You can just run. There's that distance there. Okay.
Coming in.
Okay, they hear you now. They hear you now. Reyes hears you, but he's deaf. Okay, there's one to your right and one to your left now. Okay, so you have two 1v1s you can throw. Nice. Oh, that was almost good crosshair placement there. Reyes is in garage. Now she's on site. Okay, they're both on site. Good.
I was so confused when I saw that. Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, we win those. 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 Yeah. Never a doubt.
Let's see. Tab very often.
So you know what he was thinking was like, oh, he won't run at me from logs if I keep spraying this. That's what he's thinking. But he doesn't realize that there's other pathways into the bomb site.
So I'm combining.
That's what he was thinking. It's like, I'm so smart. If I just spray this, they're not. I'm gonna kill him through the box.
What I thought was funny is like he didn't just spray it and then at least check, you know?
I'm gonna alt C.
But it's fine. I
He
got the
shouldn't.
win.
He shouldn't actually have been there at all.
Teleport on C too.
I'm not sure where they planted the bomb there, but he should have been in C long. But it's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Reyes is here.
Don't be afraid to flash out of this and just kill them. These guys are really bad.
I need to
right?
practice that.
Yeah, go into a server and
so-
practice that.
So bad at that.
We got Silva here.
Flash these fuckers. The other thing you can do too is instead of jumping right into the rift, right?
And I'll get you guys information. I put my
Yeah.
Set up your
teleport on.
TPs like you're doing,
Uh-huh.
and then set up your YORU clone. Throw the YORU clone down there, and then pop your ult.
Reyes is
Just
here.
to see if they shoot at it, because they're not that good.
We got
They're not
Silva.
going to realize that you're in your ult. They're not going to be thinking about that. They're not going to hear the comm at this rank. So
Over
if
here.
you throw down that clone, they might end up just
Yoru.
flashing themselves.
Got people in spawn. They're waiting for us to.
Because you're right now you're in a situation where I feel you're giving them more credit than they deserve.
Push. They're waiting for us. They're just waiting for us. Let them be.
You're giving them a little too much credit here.
Just play time.
Like you just watched a Raze spray her entire clip into that box, and you were just confused the entire time. So you should immediately be like, oh, these guys aren't that great, and I can fully take advantage of that. It's a good flash if you follow up. Oh, you don't know where they are. I think your ability, I'm going to give you a compliment here. Your ability to realize that you're in trouble and teleport out is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Unlikely it's going to happen, but what do we need to worry about right now in this 1v1?
They have so they have ult.
Yeah, he has his ult. That yellow symbol in the back, that's his ult, right?
Yeah.
Probably not going to use it in a 1v1, but just something to be aware of.
Yeah, you never know. As we've discovered at this raise.
We're in the Wild West right now. Anything can happen. Oh my god, he used his ult. I would just walk through garage right now, which I think is what you're going to do.
Yeah, because he just cleared it.
So I'm going to go right through where they came from.
Beautiful. That's 2 clutches in a row.
That was my idea.
Let's
anyways.
go.
Seemed to work.
Your community says that you're not good at this game. What are you talking about?
Seemed to work.
Who's lying to you? Who's lying to you
I mean,
right
like
now?
I think like the way I think is okay. Like I can understand concepts pretty well.
Yep.
Of like what I should be doing, especially if like people tell me how to get better. Like I'm pretty good at that. Or if people are communicating and they need something from me, I love that. That helps out so much because like I just trust that I don't know how to play this game, and so I'm like, all right, if I trust that I don't know how to play this game, someone else is gonna help me do better.
Do you deathmatch at all?
Sometimes I need to more. I usually just play with friends and either comp or unrated though. And
You want to get to a team, right? So
Yeah.
on a team, everyone is responsible for maintaining their own individual skill. Right. So they're really like there's a certain amount of time in pro teams, for example, that they have to be playing in a daily basis. It's part of their contract. And whatever it is that you feel you need to do to be able to maintain those basic skills, you got to start doing. So I would say for you, I would definitely recommend you start doing a lot more deathmatch. A ton of deathmatch. Because you need to get more situations thrown at you in order for you to grow and learn as a player. What I mean by situations is more gunfights. Get into more gunfights. If we were to compare you and me to how many gunfights you have versus how many I have, I probably have tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands more gunfights than you do, right?
For sure.
So it's unfair for you to jump to all of these things if you've got that few gunfights already.
Okay.
And deathmatch allows you to get something like 100 gunfights per game. And each game is only like 5 minutes, if that. See, because right now you're thinking too much. When if you had all this stuff in your head, you would have known that I could have just stuck the defuse there. And I could tell that you could have stuck the defuse there based on what everyone was doing on the minimap. But you're too busy thinking
Didn't
about.
Race throw their nade or no?
It was back on. It was back
No.
on garage.
That was a different game. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She was back on garage. So, the point being though is that we need to get. Let's watch that kill, real quick.
The feed.
You need to get these basics down. See, like this one right here. Was that a good kill or a bad kill? What do you say? What do you think?
I don't think it was a good kill because my crosshair could have been on their head, and I also peeked way wide. Like I could have ADS'd. I could have just came out and.
ADS? No.
I mean 80. Sorry, not
80
not
strafe, you mean?
outside. 80 strafe.
Okay. Yeah, definitely don't ADS there.
Not ADS. No. That's
Yeah.
not what I meant.
What buttons did you press? Let's watch it. What buttons did you press to peek this?
That was a AW at the same time.
Yep.
It was AW then D WD.
Yeah, AWD.
Circle.
And guess what? Your first bullet, you're lucky that you're as close as you are right now, but your first bullet was not accurate to the center of your crosshair. Because in order for you to fully stop, if you're holding an A and W, you had to press SD. right? Can you see how that would complicate things and make it a lot harder for you to
Gotcha.
shoot straight?
Yeah.
So those are the big things that I want you to really, really hammer on and focus on, because you need to work on those technical skills, those soft skills, before we can start overthinking about where people are going to be and all that stuff. Treat this rank as a glorified deathmatch. In fact, if you spend 3-4 hours a day just playing deathmatch, I don't know what your schedule is with what you can do with work, but if you play even 2 hours a day of deathmatch, you will probably climb out of this rank. Okay?
Okay.
You'll probably be in silver just by working on deathmatch. Just play deathmatch, a ton of deathmatch right now.
Put that spawn, usually spawn safe.
Deathmatch and drills. Work on all those mechanics.
I'm letting my team get picks. Alright, well, we know that that won't last too long, and we can...
We have no information on C-Long,
No.
and we have an integrity
And all
to
we
chamber.
have is YORU, I think, right? That's
We-
all we've seen.
It's always seen. Someone else died as well. But we have no information over here. And if you look at Chamber right now, Chamber currently has the knife out. He's thinking, he's relying on you. You have a responsibility to your teammate to know if there's a threat here. And Chamber could be dead right now because he's assuming that you would watch that. This is me. This is me. Right? How many times I've relied on a teammate? You know, this is a mistake on my part.
Trying to see
But
where this is going.
it's also something that you could have fixed. This Chamber is alive right now, but he could have been dead,
So,
and it would have been your fault.
we're definitely going A.
And this is where, once again, the passive-aggressive angle, getting the information, is going to be very key. I'm okay with the ADS here. I'm fine with it. I think I need to do more research to determine when to ADS better and when not to. I'm okay with it. I don't care what your trolls are telling you. I don't know enough information yet, and certainly they don't as well as to what is going to be the best thing.
Oh, I already know the ending of this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you're overthinking again. Okay. Is the bomb down?
Yeah.
First question.
Bomb is not down.
Bomb's not down.
No.
Timer is on our side. Okay.
Right now, yes. Yep.
Bomb's not down. Timer's on our side. Those are the big key factors here. Okay. We do not need to do this yet.
Nope. No.
Damn it,
Yeah.
it took me too long to come out of my TP. It was a risk.
It's just too early.
Not the best TP. It wasn't the safest. It wasn't even where I wanted to be to be honest.
It's a risk that doesn't need to be taken. It's 100% risk, 0% reward, right? Because they
Yeah,
haven't
that
even
was-
planted the bomb yet, right?
Not not where I wanted to TP. Not no good. At all.
Think about this though. Who wins the round in 38 seconds?
We do.
Yeah, so there's no need to press the issue right now.
Missed him. This guy is running like none other. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're gonna move ahead.
He
When
has
you play again.
or you get it. There's one thing I do not recommend as Yoru. Don't ult. Don't ult because when you ult, it takes time in the animation to come out of it. Every time, and it screws you over, and then you start to panic.
I don't play enough Euro to really give you feedback on that one.
Every time I've gotten ult or every time I've
Nice
seen a
job,
Yoru
guys.
gold, I go straight for the spike
Sorry, I
because
know that
of
that's
the
worst
animation,
decision to go into ult
and they have to
after you
figure
plant
out
spike.
how they're gonna blind. And once they come out of their animation, right, you hear where they're at. So it's like it just everything's against you when you're in ult.
Bad idea.
Yeah, we would need to play a little bit more to give you feedback on that one. It's not right of me to
Okay.
say anything here. But the more I watch Yoru, the more I realize is how underrated this character is. Like he is closet OP, and I think a lot of pros don't realize that yet.
Viper's on C.
I can't wait to see what happens,
Viper's
especially with the buff.
They still don't have the buff. I thought they did a buff.
No,
Is it another buff?
Yeah, with the buff. No, with the buff that they did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
they haven't really, like, teams haven't really utilized him, and I feel like as trolly as a character, you know, the reputation of him is,
Mhm.
there's so much opportunity. Like, you could literally line some of these things up. I've seen some people on TikTok line some of these teleporters up to just literally eliminate the line of scrimmage. I usually call it, right? Typically, when you're dealing with map control, this line here, if you're on T side, is a line that you need to cross. But if you have a good Yoru that can throw a teleporter through here and get all the way into CT spawn, you eliminate this line of scrimmage at that point. You eliminate this line that you have to worry about taking your first fights on. The whole map becomes a death match. And sometimes on T side, having a map turn into a death match is a little bit more advanced. It's kind of probably going over your head. Makes the whole flow of the round change. So I feel like there's still a lot of extremely untapped potential with this character. The fact that he did not check anything is just alarming to me. He ran out on site with his knife. Like, what the hell am I watching?
So I want to try to get...
You could alt for information here. That was a really good good Yoru clone. That was a really good Yoru clone. You could flash here to stall out. Flash here to stall out. You can flash again to stall out. You can pop your ult to make them worry about you. There's so much utility here that you can stall out them grabbing that bomb.
That was not a
and make them worry about you. Right?
Yeah.
I thought they'd be
that,
shooting
that was my exact regret, right? Right once it happened, I was like, I just got hit by a stray bullet for absolutely no reason. Absolutely none.
And you could have ulted. If you ulted,
and I could have ulted.
Yeah, that's a possibility. It was a good ult. It could have been a good ult. The key with the ult is I want you to literally just take a notepad. I talked about this with my last VOD, or the first VOD. And just write down what you can do, what you can use that ultimate for. And I want you to come up with like 20 examples. Because then if you know them, if you've written them down, it's going to stick, first of all, more in your head. But it's also going to give you more room for growth and opportunities that you might have not even considered. Just literally see if you can write down 20 options for what you can use your Yoru ult for.
Okay, spikes down there. Got it.
Like one would be setting up a flank. One would be acquiring information. Another one would be setting up a an ult play with, say, like a fade, for example. Fade ults down. You throw your ult in. They can't hear you. They don't know what's going on. And then you pop up behind them and shoot them in the head. All right? You can pair these things.
Not that this is like a good thing to do. But can you body block with a Yoru ult?
Good question. Something I would like to look at. So you can definitely body block as well.
Because I think you can, because like if you can't move forward and someone can shoot straight through you, it's kind of cheap, but
no, it's not cheap. That's a legitimate way of winning a round as well, right?
Yeah.
That's a legitimate way of using your ult. Now imagine, for example, we do that. Let's say the bomb is down here, and Raze needs to plant the bomb, and he's coming through here, and you Yoru ult, and you stand right here. And he can't get past you. For however long it is, you might weigh down, he might have like 10 seconds left on the clock, he has 4 seconds to plant, and you're standing there, and if body blocks, I haven't tested it yet, but if you body block him,
I'm gonna test that today.
Yeah, go test it. This is how you grow as a player, for sure. You body block him, he can't get in there, 6 seconds go down, he can't even plant the bomb, you win the round. Even if you pop up at that point.
I hadn't thought about that. Okay.
Yeah, so you just thought of another thing that could be, tested, first of all, but you can throw that into the list. Make about 20 of them. That's your homework for tonight.
All right, 20 of them.
Yeah. And you literally just send it to me over Discord afterwards.
Like pushing A, so I'm starting to feel confident that I can move up a little bit more, be a little more surprising. I'm still gonna I feel like I need, right now, because they have a Yoru, I need to teleport to safety. So we're gonna do it at 2 seconds, and I'm just gonna bring my knife up here.
Are you safe?
No.
Okay.
Not safe.
Love your knife. How much does that cost?
I don't know.
I don't care. Don't show it to me.
I don't care.
Love your knife. Don't show it to me.
Jump quietly. Way back here.
It doesn't matter what the price is.
and then wait until we see something. Okay, we see something. I'm gonna move in.
Nope.
Nope. Running away.
Not.
Do not teleport here. They're not gonna check you. Just
Yeah.
put your crosshair. See where your crosshair is right now?
Yeah, at the ground.
Yo, that slice of grass right there is fucked. You're headshotting that grass for sure.
For sure.
You're for
100%.
sure hitting that
Grass is
grass.
dead.
Like, so fucking dead. I've never seen more dead piece of grass ever in my life. Okay? Thank you so much for the follow, Ms. Deck. Sorry, my alerts aren't working for some reason.
He's running away.
Crosshair placement. Get it to head level. Probably not going to be up there. Probably not going to be there either. Now you're clearing a lot of things that they're probably not going to be at based on where everyone is on the map right now. But where they will be is
Looking straight
A
at
main.
the side of my head.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a main, and they could be right here,
Right there. Yeah.
looking at you right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They could be flanking you, or sorry, coming back around, rotating, and that's really where the threat's coming from right now. Is that's where your crosshair placement needs to be. Good for you identifying who's running around, by the way, in the sound. Okay. Watch this. Where could they be? They can't be here.
Be right behind the wall.
They can't be here.
Yeah. So they could be right behind the two boxes. They could be right behind that wall where the wheelbarrow is. They could be definitely down sewers, and they could be in between the boxes right now.
Basically where it is, Drew.
Yeah. I can't see your drawing.
Yeah, I know you get. You will on the VOD review afterwards, after you look at it.
Oh, there he is.
They ran through short, basically.
Yeah.
Any comments on your side? Any questions
On B,
from your
fudge.
chat?
No. They're just watching.
Okay, cool. Okay, one to your left, one to your right. You have two 1v1s right now. They know where you are. I would probably take this fight over here because he's in a jump animation, so it's going to take him a second to pull his gun out and then strafe back out until you get speed. So if you strafe out to the right, shoot this chamber, you're going to end up pulling into a spray and hitting the sprays afterwards.
Heck. Damn it.
Yeah, chamber was your priority
Oh,
there.
He was jumping for the ace.
Did you see
Yeah.
chamber?
I saw KO.
Sorry, it's not chamber. KO. I meant to say. Did you see KO?
Yeah, I just thought about it too late. And then I was blinded and dead. By the time I was like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
The heck?
Something to see there. Something to see there.
Yep.
Damn it.
Went into the ability and
Oh, he was
that
jumping
ability
for the
animation
ace.
took too long.
Happens.
Ah, well. First, I don't know why I didn't hear it on save. I didn't hear it on save. Can I get a drop, please? Thanks. Reason why I'm wearing.
Is this helpful so far? Do you have any questions?
No, I'm just taking in the information.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
And I definitely want to watch this a few more times, right? To really take it in, because you're gonna miss a couple of key points in the first time, and it's good to just rewatch over and over again. I'm gonna separate
We're
this
doing
into.
the knife thing. We didn't see that. What?
Yeah. Are we safe? No, we're not safe.
Okay.
Two spotted towards A. Watch how you're clearing these things. Crosshair placement, I would say. Here's the thing, okay? If you hear someone running, crosshair needs to be head level, a little bit away from the wall. Okay?
Okay.
If you don't hear anything, where should your crosshair be?
Against the wall?
Closer to the wall. Yeah.
Closer to the wall?
I wouldn't say against to it because
Right.
characters move really fast in this game, but closer to the wall to catch someone walking out. Very good.
Okay.
They're playing in spawn. They're really.
That's okay. I think other coaches would be like, don't ADS, but I think it's fine. Okay. Where's your first fight? Did you see that on the minimap? Want to watch it again?
Wait, where's the first fight that I'll be running into after this?
Running into after this, yeah.
First fight, it looks like it's on B. Mid? Right, oh wait, no. Yeah, in that corner.
Yep. In pocket. We call
Oh,
that.
in pocket.
They're going to be in pocket. Could still be in pocket. There he is.
Yeah.
And you weren't ready for that fight.
Was not.
So that was a time that you wanted to look at your minimap. Just briefly, just like look up to it. I always say treat your minimap, treat your scoreboard up here
It's fine.
in this area as
Yeah,
like
that's a win.
rear,
Good
rear view mirror, side view mirror, side view mirror. You drive?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. When you're driving, you occasionally will flick your eyes in one of those directions to get some information so that you're safer when you're driving, right? It happens every couple seconds. No different here. You flick your eyes up a little bit just to take a quick little look. Look up there, look to the left, look to the right, move straight back onto the windshield. Treat it like you're driving.
I'm hearing them push C. I think this is about head level.
Don't kill the first one. If they walk by you, don't kill the first one because there's probably someone else following behind them. I don't think there are in the situation, but if you let the first one pass, you kill the second one, then you peek out on the first one again.
Perfect timing.
That was a good kill and a good TPOA. So I would say, in retrospect for this one, if they walk by you, because you know that they're probably not clearing it, you just follow him with your crosshair, trace him, wait to see if someone else comes in, kill him, then flick over to the other one, or kill the second one. Okay?
Okay, perfect timing.
It's a little bit more advanced, but I would say just trigger discipline a little bit more to see if you can catch a second one. In the situation, they had A already, so it doesn't matter. So what you played there, what you did was perfect for the situation.
They're pushing through there, it's fine. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
jump
ADS is not a great, not efficient.
No.
Okay, someone has to get on this bomb. Okay? Whenever you're in a situation like this, if you click the bomb, it forces them out. So even if you just press it, just press the button. Never should have gotten to that point. But yeah, so just even if you just
Pros
click
don't
it, just
fake.
click it.
Don't.
This pros don't fake.
Faking.
there's no amount of faking on that one. There's like there's no faking there.
No fake.
You
You
don't-
did not fake that one.
You don't fake there. In fact, if you faked, you lost. So
Yeah.
you don't fake. You're right.
Alright.
You're right. Pros don't
so
fake.
Now, I'm just gonna sign this thing.
Love it.
Because KO's gonna do. I mean, he might do the same thing. Yep, there it is. Alright.
They are rushing you right now, and they could be right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you know they're here in a couple seconds, so you need to like gun out here, big time. Oh my lordy, 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 lordy! I wish you got punished here. I was going to say an option right now would be to run through here and then go into that direction to start flanking. That's so I think that's what you're about to do. But when you're doing this, you got to remember that you have numbers advantage right now. So we don't want to force the issue. You can just slowly walk up behind them. They still don't have bomb down, so you have time. Hello, Minx. Welcome back.
He's gone. Come on.
The TP wasn't great. I would have preferred you have gone long, and then you could TP later if you get into trouble. This is moving and shooting. This is going to be you practicing in a range, 80 strafing out of a wall.
Yeah.
And just take the pressure off yourself. Don't rush. Take your time. You're in a fantastic rank right now to work on your fundamentals, to work on all your skills. Okay? You're in this rank for that particular reason. So you don't need to rush anything. Everyone's on their own journey to do the exact same thing you're doing. So if you don't get the kill right away because you moved really slow, that's fine. I'd rather you move really slow, badly, with your aim first, then go really slow in a good way and hit all your shots. Then I want you to be fast. Or, sorry, I lost my mind. Hang on. Slow, bad. Slow, good. I lost it. Anyways, I gotta look at it again. I gotta think about that again. I want you to go slower. Just go slower. That's simple.
Okay.
Slow it down.
I've been playing Brim 2 lately, which has slowed, I think, my gameplay a little bit, and I've focused on my headshots using a Guardian.
Why has Brim slowed you down?
Just because of, I feel like for duelists, I have this mentality of like, I have to get info and get picks like right away. I'd be if I'm the first one to die with good information, I'd rather do that than as a duelist, and then as Brim, I feel like it's more like supporting and making sure that I get trades and make sure I block off sites, make sure it's safe for my teammates to plant.
Okay. I want to see this around because I watched it before.
I'm on A.
That was an accident. I thought I planted.
No, but the reaction you have to this chat. Listen to this again. Listen to this. Here's a reason why you got off. It's so crazy. Did you hear that? Did everyone hear that?
What was it?
Listen again. There's a reason why you got off here. Did you hear that?
Do it again. I turned it up.
That.
Oh, someone dropped from somewhere.
Someone, and like you can see in your eyes, you're like, oh fuck. You're like, oh no. Oh no.
Did I not hear a drop?
There it is.
Oh god.
Oh no.
And
That's
the
not
entire
fun.
time, this guy is like walking up on you right now. Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god! It's a
I
horror
still don't know
movie!
where he came from.
You
I have
got
no
that.
clue where he came from. And then and he misses his knife, and then I miss every shot because I
Bruh.
panic.
You tried to not.
Hang on, let's go back. Hang on. Watch this face. I love this.
Oh my
Bruh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's, you know what? It's the Wild West. But here's the thing, okay? So your teleport, you did not clear out sight.
No.
This is the cool thing about the teleport, right?
I'm on A.
You can get into places, you can get behind enemy lines, right? But you did not clear out every little area that could have been a potential threat. What you could do is, if you had another TP set up, which you don't, you could fake plant and then check and see if someone swings on you.
Hmm.
This guy is crip walking behind you right now. He is right here. He's literally coming up behind you. He's gonna hang his teammate out to dry, which is funny too.
Did I not hear a drop?
My take on that is you're getting info and dying makes it seem you're just util. Yeah. The point I was gonna make on what you were saying there, as an entry, your goal is to create space more than
Right.
anything. Not necessarily have to get
He
information,
tried to knife me.
but with
I know I heard him
YORU, you can
somewhere.
get good information. His utility allows for good information. But you're generally trying to create space for your team
Right.
as a duelist.
I'm not doing that.
And then your controller, your controller is enabling you.
They are
Your
pushing.
initiator also enables you. So you need those people to actually support and throw the right utility so that your job is made easier. If you don't have that easy utility being applied to you, then you have to create that space for yourself. And that's where the utility that you have as a YORU comes into handy.
We're gonna lose this right now.
Aggressive made it! Aggressive, we're just getting through the bronze VOD now. And we're moving on to a diamond VOD, I believe,
They are
after
pushing
this.
quite hard.
Ran a traffic drive home, no worries.
We're good. We're good.
The last VOD we did was an Immortal VOD, and it was a very, very a good one for you to watch, actually, I think.
I'll definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's all about the mental game. A lot of it's about the mental game. Okay, just keep your crosshair a little higher. Take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time. Anytime you are on eco, here's the mentality you gotta have. Anytime you're on eco, you've already accepted that you're gonna lose. Just relax and take your time. Okay, relax and take your time. If you can get one frag here, that's huge. It's massive for our finances. Okay, do your streams turn into videos afterward, or are they hidden from public? Nope, they're completely open. Completely open. I actually saved the VODs as well, based on the person that we have, so you can always review them. Anyone can look them over.
Keep it out.
Yeah, the last section of the last VOD is really the powerful piece. I'll be making a TikTok into it.
All right, planting on A.
Do we know where they is? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, I was
Yeah.
about to say. I was about to say that. I don't know. Okay, this is a good position. This position's called worthy. Okay, this is Worthy's position. Right here. I love this position. I love this position. I named it for myself.
Any gun?
I also made a whole bunch of controversial videos about why that spot is really good, and people were like, "No, it's a bad spot. It's a bad spot. People clear it all the time." It's like I've had so many examples where people just run
I
right
feel
by
like
that.
it's so situational when
Yeah.
when people clear it.
Yes, it's
Like if people are trying to rotate fast, most times people don't clear that. I don't think.
exactly if they're rotating fast, right? You have the bomb down right now, and the timer's ticking, so they need to get on site as soon as possible. Sometimes they're not going to look. All right. Now, the other situations that come up as a result of this is that you're probably going to have a crossfire set up, right? You're going to have someone maybe here helping you out. So there could be a bait and switch. There's a lot of different things that you can be doing here. But there is situations where it is really good to get in position there based on, you know, who's alive on your team, all this other stuff.
Well, second round got 100 health too, so it's gonna take him a little while to kill me. Can still probably teleport out to the other angle and then just
All right, now I can.
by that time.
There's a right time and a wrong time, Minx. And if you show me your VODs, I'll tell you right away, nope, this is not the time you want to do it. Not the time you want to do it. But I have like a handful of videos where literally I go over those exact points and I show it and show why it's effective and when it's effective. So many situations. Yeah, the whole thing is crosshair placement for sure. Crosshair placement right here is key. You know, thinking about where the threat's coming from. Could someone push you from garage right now? If so, you are shooting that person's crotch.
Yes.
Right?
Just bring it up.
Yeah, there's actual, I'm not sure if this is the exact headshot line here. Let me go back. No,
I think it's like just that top point, the dot around there.
It might be here.
Yeah, right.
Riot made it really
That's
simple.
what
It might be a little bit lower. You think right here? Possible.
I think it's the top one, or around like between the top one and that line. Yeah, it's right there. Right there.
It depends on which angle they come out at you at, but
Yeah,
basically,
so
Riot made it very
basically around that
simple.
line.
There's lines like this all throughout the map that you can just basically trace over, and it will give you a headshot angle of some kind, or close to it anyway. At any rate, wherever you are around this height would be far better raw adjustment than you flicking
crotch.
upwards from their crotch. Yes, yes. I'm sure they have a nice, beautiful crotch, but we need to ignore the crotch.
Your result. Your result. Yours behind you. Oh wait, never mind.
This is a crazy teleport.
Going B.
I like it.
It's great. It's just like you went from over here to here in like a second. Like, can someone not tell me that this is not an overpowered character that could have so many
I
friggin'
think he's overpowered for sure.
there's so many uses
I can't
for
believe
this
this.
Yoru that people don't even there's so many cause I ain't no worthy. Oh, you're still going on. What's on? Yeah, yep, still going. We're still going till 9 p.m. There's so many uses for this character that I don't think people have really tapped into. And you literally get anywhere on the map at any time. It's crazy. It's crazy.
If you guys are A, we can go A. It's fine.
I think I can do a Euro to Radiant series
Don't go that way 'cause it's gonna track too much.
pretty effectively. It is 6:23 p.m. We have one more VOD after this at 7 p.m. I can't remember what rank he is.
Way too open.
Okay, yes. Here is the issue and why. Okay. Wasn't aim. Aim definitely could have helped you. It could have been a crutch to save you, but the crutch of the aim is not what we're looking for. It's the positioning that you're taking here. It's a position that you're taking here. Okay.
Every
You-
threat.
Here is the situation. 2 are going here, 2 are going here. That means you are on your own. You've officially become a lurk. The rules for lurking is if you are lurking or if you're an anchor on safety side, you need to stay alive. So the pacing to which you take space here is just too fast. Thank you, Sergeant Muffbutt. Thank you, Tyler. You have to exist. You are too close up. You are too close up on your own. It's only been 4 seconds. Okay. So you being out here is actually not a name problem. It's a positioning problem.
Yeah.
Now, had you been tens and got that kill right away, you might have got the second one, but the third guy who's pushing you on garage would have probably cleaned you up too.
Yeah.
Which I think there would be a third one there, but maybe not.
3v3. Go plant.
The point is, your positioning was wrong.
Terribly wrong.
Hands on.
And the pacing in which you took space was wrong.
One's going up spawn. Flanking.
If you're on your own, you have to be slow and methodical. Just look at the mini-map
Last one.
before you make a decision. Am I alone? If I'm alone,
Okay.
let's play it slow. Alone, play slow.
Oh shit!
Getting close to the end here.
Almost there, guys.
Almost there. This is the last round, I
Don't have to
believe.
deal with the iron lobby anymore.
Any feedback so far? Anything? Any questions you have? Anything that's popped up as a result
Chamber.
of all this?
No, I think so far I've learned a lot. Like I'm gonna have to take this in and try to apply it slowly, to kind of just get it in my bones here.
Woo!
What is your top takeaways from today so far?
80 strafing, being able to work on that, being able to how to peek crosshair placement and what that looks like, and what mine looks like currently. Other ways to come up with ideas for the ult,
One could be heaven.
One might be
and
heaven, be careful. I think he
I just think playing slower even.
Well, I think you generally play pretty slow. I think
Okay.
the protocols in your head for when you should be playing slow are one of the big issues that you have, right?
Okay, gotcha.
So the big things that I want you to focus on is understanding the 3 positions you have on CT, right? When you're on CT, you can either do what? You there? Yep.
Passive aggressive positioning, passive positioning, and aggressive positioning.
Beautiful. If you work on those 3 things, you'll win a lot more games. And now it's about, when do I use that? Right?
Right.
When is it that I use that? Do I go passive aggressive in this situation? Do I go aggressive in this situation? Do I go fully passive in this situation? And if you narrow it down to that, you'll end up having a much more cleaner understanding of what you should be doing when you're doing it, right? When you should be playing slow. When we're talking about the situation that we had over here, where you pushed into mid, this is a situation where you were actually lurking.
They're pushing quite.
Whenever you're on your own, you're a lurk. Okay?
Got it.
When you're on your own as a lurk, you have protocols. The main protocol, exist. Stay alive. Because you staying alive is a big threat. Okay, I don't think it was this round, it was the round following.
Yeah, I think it's a round following.
I need someone.
Yeah, it was this one. Right? You can tell just by the mini-map in the situation that you are out of position. Or not out of position. No, it wasn't this one. Because you have a teammate here.
Yeah, it's not that one.
It was one of the other ones. But anyways, we had the point there, right? So that is a big thing. Okay?
Okay.
In terms of your drills, okay, I'm going to send you a video, actually. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send you a couple of videos. And this is something that you can watch on your own, in your own time. These are old videos that I did way back in beta, and I think just at the beginning of the release of the game.
Okay.
And they're really good foundational things that you can start learning and applying right away. Like super simple protocols that you'll have in your head, and also a way that you can start working on warming up your aim and practicing your aim. So here is one of the links. I'm going to send this one directly to you. Where are you? There you are. So this one is for aim in particular. Okay.
Okay.
And then you have how to improve your defenders. CT side in Valorant. Okay. Now, bear in mind that it's changed a little bit because you're looking at a beta footage. But other than that, it's still applicable in terms of the pacing, right?
Okay.
The rules still apply. So I'd say work on those things. Use the Sage Wall example as a drill to start working on the AD strafing, and focus on those things. And the other thing too, what did I mention that you should start putting more time into? Starts with a D, ends with an M.
Deathmatch?
Beautiful. Deathmatch. Starts with a death, ends with a match. There you are. Put more time into that, and you will immediately get out of iron. Because what I was watching today was a glorified version of what the game actually is. It's actually just a big death match right now. People are just running around like headless chickens shooting each other. So we don't need to overcomplicate things. We just need to work on the core mechanics. Okay?
Okay.
How much of your skill as a player do you think is determined by your raw aim? Okay. That's a good question. I think that you need to have aim to obviously do really well with it. What I do see being an issue in ranked and in the current community of players is that aim has definitely been put at the pedestal of the most important thing that should be worked on, which I think is the biggest issue. This is why you have, aim trainers like Aim Labs and all these other things. When I was playing competitively, we never had those things. You went in and you played deathmatch, or you played a bunch of rounds, and you would get your exposure to all those things. Aim Labs has now brought this to the forefront as being the most important thing. I relate it kind of to, in fitness, you have cardio machines. And a lot of people think that cardio machines are what make you lose weight. That's not the case, right? In fact, weightlifting makes you lose weight. But it's clever marketing to make you think that you're going to be in a better place if you just keep doing these things, okay? I think Aim Labs is definitely a good piece that can improve some things, just like cardiovascular equipment can definitely improve things for sure. But is it the end all be all? Definitely not. I think aim is the crutch for bad positioning and bad decision making, okay, in general. So you definitely want to improve it because it'll get you out of sticky situations, but you need to ask yourself the question, should I have been there in the first place to take the fight that I just took, right? Half the time when students come to me and say, why did I die in the situation? It's because they shouldn't have had that situation happen at all. You should have known ahead of time, this is probably not where I'm supposed to be right now. And for these particular reasons. So preparing your aim will definitely help you get out of situations and be able to be more flexible with your playstyle. So definitely work on it, 100%. But you need to also work on these key factors, these other things that people don't talk about, to be able to get the whole package of what you should be as a player, not just what you're thinking aim is. Make sense?
Yeah.
That was more for the chat, but you can also reply to that one.
I feel like I should have replied yes, just in case.
yeah, no, for sure, absolutely.
Be the voice of the audience.
Absolutely. So, Newbie, anything else that you want to close off on? Do you want to link some socials in my chat, anything like that? Newbie's got a good following on TikTok.
If you guys do want to follow me, you can follow me at Noobiememes on TikTok. I stream this live. I do a lot of... again, the name Noobiememes is because I'm really bad at video games. I try my best, but I understand that I'm bad at video games. I've always been bad at video games. But you get to watch my journey as I try to do better.
Yeah, I'm excited for your journey, man, because you have a good mindset. You are taking in the criticisms, and you're also listening. You're also reading in. You're looking at all the footage I'm putting up there. So there's a really good potential for growth within you. And I want you to think of it as that. I don't want you to think that you're bad at video games, because that's a very fixed mindset. What I want you to look at this is that this is an opportunity for me to get better at something, right? And I want to challenge myself with that. So just make sure that you have that mentality going forward, for sure.
I mean, then I would have to change the name if I get good. So, you know, it's kind of part of the brand too. But yes.
And if it's a content creation thing, you go for it. But if you want to get on a team, my friend, you got to make sure you have that growth mindset no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will keep on saying I'm a Noobiememes, but we'll try to get better consistently.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you for coming out and spending the time, and hopefully it has been helpful. You can always reach out to me if you have any questions or anything along those lines.
All right, cool. We'll keep in touch.
Awesome, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. Alrighty, Noobiememes, all done. You can follow him on TikTok. Good guy. I like him a lot. Alright, guys. Whether you rate the clip I sent you if you can. It better not be porn. Do I win these? No problem, Noobiememes. Thank you so much for coming out and doing this. You have a bright future ahead of you. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. I think we need to get the smoke machine going here. Oh, it's still on. There we go. Let's get this thing going. There it is. Shit's fire now. Shit's fire. All right. We're going to take... I was going to take a little break, but I think we're good to go. So we can get this done earlier. Let's see. James, are you here? No problem, man. I'm always here for more if you need any help. Anything along those lines, you let me know.